Welcome to another episode where we venture into the darkest corners of the zombie world. Discover 10 unknown films and series that will shatter your sense of safety. These stories of the undead are more brutal, more terrifying, and more unpredictable than anything you've seen before. Watch closely, because this might be the last thing you'll ever see. Number 10. Open Grave. The film Open Grave draws the viewer into a dark nightmare where the line between life and death blurs in a terrifying way. A man wakes up in the middle of a mass grave, surrounded by the bodies of the dead, without the slightest trace of memory of how he got there. As they try to uncover the truth, it becomes apparent that they are not alone. Grotesque, mutated creatures that appear to be brutal zombies emerge from the nearby darkness. A feeling of paranoia and fear grows with each passing moment as the characters discover that their own fears may be greater than the external threat itself. In Open Grave, there is no escape from a terrifying reality that seems to have no end. Number 9. Virus 32. The film Virus 32 takes us to a terrifying world where an unknown virus turns people into brutal, bloodthirsty beasts. The main character, Irene, a brave vigilante, must protect her daughter and a group of survivors in a ruined building. The key threat is the virus' extremely rapid incubation. Just 32 minutes after infection, victims undergo a dramatic transformation into merciless creatures. As the virus spreads among the residents, Irene and her group face a terrifying challenge. They must confront not only the infected, but also a growing sense of hopelessness and fear. Every minute brings them closer to imminent disaster, and every shadow could mean death. Number 8. Re-kill. Imagine a world that has died. 5 years after the global apocalypse, most of humanity has perished, and those left behind must struggle daily to survive. A virus has turned people into bloodthirsty mutant monsters who know no mercy. Re-kill takes us to the front line of this nightmarish war, where special armed units hunt the living dead in an attempt to stop their endless wave. With each mission, it becomes clear that humanity is balancing on the brink of extinction, and each step could be the last. Fear, violence, and unrelenting chaos fill a world where annihilation lurks around every corner. Number 7. Rec 4. Apocalypse. In Rec 4, Apocalypse, the action moves to a ship that is the last resort for survivors after a bloody outbreak. Following the catastrophic events of the previous installments, the rescue team soon discovers that a new and terrifying form of evil lurks among the ship's passengers. Infected with a virus that transforms people into bloodthirsty monsters, they begin to terrorize the other passengers. In a dark atmosphere, full of brutal attacks and tension, the fight for survival becomes increasingly desperate. The horror grows as the heroes discover that the mysteries and dark powers that led to the apocalypse are not over, and their nightmare is just beginning. Number 6. The Dead 2. The film The Dead 2 India is a terrifying journey into a world overrun by zombies in a dark corner of India. After an outbreak of a mysterious virus that transforms people into bloodthirsty monsters, chaos descends on the country. The main character, who is an engineer from abroad, returns to India to rescue his beloved, who is stranded in the besieged city. At every turn, he faces hordes of zombies that not only offer no respite, but also force him to make brutal choices. As the terrifying reality becomes more and more overwhelming, tension mounts, and the line between life and death blurs in this macabre tale of survival. Number 5. Pontypool. This chilling tale takes us to a radio station that becomes the epicenter of a nightmare. In a small, isolated town in Canada, radio journalist Grant Maggie and his crew discover that their station's listeners are beginning to go insane. When they begin to see signs of a bizarre epidemic, they discover that it's language-related. Certain words and phrases trigger violent aggression in people. Trapped in the studio, they are forced to fight the growing madness among the residents and discover how to survive when words become weapons of death. Number 4. It Stains the Sands Red. In It Stains the Sands Red, a lone woman, Megan, flees across the desert in the scorching sun, pursued by a slow but relentless zombie. After the apocalypse, the world has turned into a nightmare, and she is alone in this merciless void. The zombie, which is approaching her step by step, needs no rest, knows no pain or fatigue. Her every breath, every movement is a struggle for survival, and the murderous silence of the desert intensifies the feeling of hopelessness. With each passing hour, the fear grows that she will eventually run out of strength, water, and above all, hope, because there is no escape from death. The zombie's step is inevitable, and its every move is a reminder that Megan will soon come face to face with her worst nightmare. Number 3. Maggie. It is a terrifying tale of the slow decline of humanity in the face of an inevitable transformation. The world is decimated by a virus that turns people into bloodthirsty monsters. At the center of this tragedy is a father who must watch as his beloved daughter Maggie, infected with a deadly virus, slowly loses her human nature. Every day her body and mind become more bestial, and he, in a terrible act of helplessness, tries to protect her, knowing that he will soon have to make the worst decision of his life. Time is running out, and the darkness is coming inevitably. Every minute is a reminder that death is not the worst fate. The worst is what happens before it arrives. Number 2. Diary of the Dead. Imagine a world where everything you know ceases to exist. The people you love become monsters, and every breath could be your last. Diary of the Dead is the story of a group of film students who come face to face with a zombie apocalypse in the middle of shooting their project. The camera they were supposed to capture fiction is now documenting their desperate struggle to survive in a world where death means no end. Every step is one of uncertainty. Won't something inhuman and bloodthirsty emerge from around the corner? In the chaos of the end of the world, all rules disappear, and the only certainty is that no one is safe. This is no ordinary struggle for life. This is a nightmare that turns every human reflex into survival. Number 1. Betaal. The series takes viewers to a ghostly village in India, where a group of soldiers discovers a cursed fort. An ancient army from colonial times, which was buried along with dark secrets, awakens to life. The desperate soldiers must face not only mutated zombies, but also dark spirits that threaten their minds and lives. With every step they take, they encounter increasingly terrifying visions and brutal battles where there is no room for mercy, and their survival depends on uncovering the fort's secrets before they are consumed by dark forces that were never meant to leave. That's it for today. I hope you found some hidden gems among zombie films and series. If you want more lists like this, don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up. See you in the next episode.